Ladies and gentlemen, meet George. George's graphics will grab you, and its writing will hold you. Politics isn't dry. It isn't dull. So why should a magazine that covers it be? In fact, George just doesn't cover politics. It celebrates it. We will celebrate it. Celebrate it as a general rule, but we won't be afraid to criticize it when necessary.
Of this extraordinary magazine, George, which is a hoot of a magazine. I thought you were a lawyer.
I was.
What happened?
Well, we decided, actually taking a cue from folks like yourself and you around the 1992 election, that there was an opportunity here to change the definition of a political magazine. Certainly the way process, and while the rest of media clearly had caught up with that, we felt, I think she would have.
Because?
I think that... when we first talked about the idea, she said, "Well, John, you're not going to do the Mad magazine of politics." and I said, "Well, no." And I thought that was good advice to keep in the back of my mind what a direction we wanted to go. But I think
Editor at Doubleday.
That's what I hear.
Would she have liked George?
I think she would have.
Hired a law firm to investigate an affair that he'd had with an employee 20 years ago. Plus, in a separate report ties Bill Gates to convicted sex offenders attorney Mercedes Colwyn. She's a Fox contributor. Mercedes, thanks for joining us.
Gus is a wild card himself. Since Kate Middleton met and married Prince William, the Duchess of Cambridge has encountered very little in the way of scandal. That's not exactly a surprise. Does she scream scandalmonger to you?
Childhood is an incredibly important moment in our lives. It is a time when
In 2019, In Touch floated a cover story claiming that Prince William had cheated on the Duchess with her friend Rose Hanbury, even though Prince William doesn't exactly strike us as a wild card himself.
Thank you so much for showing that the great British public doesn't let a little rain spoil a good day out.
Here's everything you need to know about this supposed royal scandal. Prior to the In Touch cover story, the biggest controversy that came...
Squeaky clean image as a philanthropic family man is getting murky.
Welcome to the John F. Kennedy Presidential Library and Museum and the special exhibit, Jacqueline Kennedy Entertains, the Art of the White House Dinner. I'm Frank Rigg, curator of the museum at the Kennedy Presidential Library. Jacqueline Kennedy's work to restore the rooms and furnishings of the White House transformed it from a place where the president worked and lived into what she called an emblem of the American Republic, which she would use as a stage for the celebration of intellectual and artistic excellence. Jacqueline Lee Bouvier was born on July 28, 1929, in Southampton, New York. Her father, John Ver...
What CNN should be ashamed of itself.
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that with people he said would give to global health, which is a interest I have. Not nearly enough philanthropy goes in that direction. Those meetings were a mistake. They didn't result in what he purported, and I cut them off. Well, I've said I regretted having those dinners, and there's absolutely nothing new on that.
I'm Carolyn Kennedy. May 29th would be my father's 100th birthday. I've thought about him and missed him every day of my life.
Queen Elizabeth II is expected to clip the wings of Prince Harry to allow him to return to royal events. Review the Brexit deal with Prince Harry, 36, in 2021, where they will discuss his future with the royal family as well as his titles.
In fact, Andrew has come to rely on Fergie so much, he's eager to make her his royal bride again. Indeed, new reports last week suggested Andrew is keen to remarry his ex, as they closer than ever. They still love and care for each other a great deal and have been living together during the pandemic, a source told Vanity Fair. It has rekindled. 61, certainly has a soft spot in her heart for Andrew. Also 61, she is yet to accept his proposal. She has been spending more time with the Queen lately.
The President of the United States, your dad. Hi, Dad. Hi, baby. I got one too. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I told our new citizens who are sitting here that I wanted to make sure they knew that this is my daughter Jenna, but I forgot to tell them that when she was a teenager,
what?
Slight pain.
Just stop it. Just stop it. I gotta say, I'm super proud of your girl. I can't believe what she's done on the show. And did you ever imagine that this would be where she would be at this moment in her life?
Hoda, there's a lot of things I never imagined. I never imagined she would be a star, and we're very proud of her and love her. I never imagined I'd be president.
So there's that.
You're a good mom. It's so much fun to have you here, Dad, because this is something that I've seen you work on.
Yeah.
I've seen you talk about it when you were the governor of Texas, although we probably...
She was a bad little girl herself, throwing a pretty good tantrum that led the judges to give her last year's guitar and her first rock and roll skating win. So now, back here on the same ice, Christy will try to make up enough ground to get herself another prize guitar.
Her dream was to grow up and be like her idol, Dorothy Hamill. Today, she's living that dream. Olympic gold medalist, Christy Yamaguchi.
Well, to live her dream of repeating as Fox's rock and roll figure skating champion, she's going to have to dig deep. Does she have any tricks in the bag to pull out?
Well, I think she's got fringe, yellow fringe, lots of it, and it shimmies.
Mama, you taught me how to do the bop. You taught me how to boogie real slow. You taught me how to twist and you taught me how to slop. Mama, teach me one thing more. Teach me how to shimmy. You and Daddy do. Teach me how to shimmy, shimmy.
Touch me, okay.
I can shimmy too. Mama, there's
Touch me.
gonna be a dancing night. You gotta teach me double quick. Mama, if I don't know how to do it right, Chico's gonna steal my chick. Teach me how to shimmy. Like you and Daddy do. Teach me how to shimmy, shimmy. I can shimmy too.
She's fringing everywhere.
too. Teach me how to shimmy. Teach me how to shimmy. I can shimmy too.
Well, she gave the Fringe a good workout. Let's find out if it will be enough to push her in the first place. Christopher, how would you look in an outfit like that?
Oh, JB, don't go there. Don't go there.
Okay.
Oh, that's a very frightening visual. Very frightening indeed.
Now, keep in mind, Christy trails Liz Manley by 0.4 of a point, Jill Trennery by 0.2 of a point.
Well, JB, you've been watching skating all night. What is this jump?
I'm going to say that's a double fringe jump.
Close. That's a double flip, but you're close. We've just got a couple more lessons.
Well, her shimmy lessons certainly have worked well.
The marks for Christy Yamaguchi 10.
All right. Perfect times right across the board. That's nice to see.
And obviously good to feel from...
Grass-fed means more in